This proposal, $60,000 budget.
Hey everybody, this is Nick Ponte from nickponte.com and offlinesharks.com. Now, I just had a $60,000 proposal hit my desk for marketing services, and I am not going to take the job. I'm going to shut it down, actually, and I'm going to share with you in this video exactly why. I'm going to go over the proposal, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, share as much information as I possibly can about it, and I'm also going to tell you and talk to you about the types of jobs and proposals that I do take on because they require the least amount of work but also pay the biggest checks. So if you are interested in that, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's get right into it.
Okay, so what you're looking at is page 5 of the proposal. I wanted to jump down directly to this so I could show you this right off the bat, and I'm going to go through everything else in detail. But if you check out the line item number 4 here, it says the maximum budget for this request for proposal is $60,000. The winning bid shall not exceed this amount. So this proposal, $60,000 budget, right? And this actual document here, I've taken the liberty of editing some of it out so you can't see any of the company information, because if they ever saw this video, I don't know if they'd appreciate me putting this information out there. But you'll see things like this logo here. That's not their logo. I put that image of the shark over the logo so you couldn't see their logo. But I am going to go over this in more detail. But first, I want to talk about the actual prospect, right? This customer, this client, they reached out to me because they have seen the work that we've done in the marketplace here on Maui. They've heard some recommendations from other people about us, and it all started with an email I had gotten from the director of marketing, I believe, and you can see right here, I've got that email up. They said, "Aloha, we are excited at the prospect of working with your company. Blank is looking for a creative, solution-based, data-driven marketing consultant. We are asking for potential partners to respond with your proposals using the attached request for proposal as a guideline." Now, this PDF that they asked, or that they submitted, I went ahead and reviewed it, and after reviewing it, I had decided that this type of project, I wouldn't be willing to submit a proposal of this magnitude without being paid. And the reason is because, and a lot of you are going to find a lot of value here, because I sent out a lot of proposals over the history of my career. I've sent proposals out and oftentimes never heard anything back. And that is why right now I really do not send out any proposals unless people want to pay me for those proposals. So if somebody says, "Hey, why don't you send me a proposal on this and then we'll go from there," I say, "Sure, we can absolutely send you a proposal." We charge $150 for them because we put a lot of work into them. And if you don't want to do the full-blown proposal, then we can send you an informal proposal via email. So that will just look like an email lining out everything that we've just talked about. And that way we don't have to get, down the road of creating a huge marketing proposal. And the reason I say that to these customers, to my customers and prospects, is because it really does take a lot of work to put together a nice looking proposal. And you'll find that a lot of people use that, "Hey, send me a proposal card," just to kick the tires. They just want to know how much you're going to charge. They actually have no intention of actually taking the job or sending you money for the job. They're just shopping around. Now, I have found that the people that are willing to pay $150 for the proposal are actually seriously interested in hiring you for the job. So if people are willing to invest in you putting together a detailed proposal, then chances are they're much more likely to pay you for accepting the proposal, right? And this is just what I've come to learn, and I can tell you that the results that I've gotten are that I don't waste any time sending out proposals and not hearing anything back. I don't waste my time sending out proposals only to find out that people don't want to hire me. So that's, two just huge time wasters in general right there. I also have much more pre-qualified clients. Like the people that I invest my time in talking with and consulting with, when they pay me for the proposal, that's really like the foot in the door. So the chances of them turning into a higher paying customer and even a monthly recurring customer is much more likely because I'm able to pre-qualify in this way. So that is the initial nugget in this video. If you got a little value out of that, please like this video, subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments below if you are actually writing proposals, if you're writing informal email type proposals, and what your thoughts are right now with how it's working for you. Also, let me know if you're going to start trying to send the informal email proposals, because I know that if you transition to that, your life is going to be a whole lot better. So with that, let's get into the nuts and bolts of this discussion I had with this marketing or for this company, and then we'll get into the proposal. So this was their initial email, right? They sent this over. My response to this, let's look at that. Here's my response. Kind of long. We'll make it bigger for you. So I said, hey, I appreciate you reaching out at the prospect of working together. Proposals that you are requesting at this level do require a deposit because we spend a lot of time to put them together. I also took the time to demonstrate some of the credentials and value that we bring to the table, why they would actually want to pay us for a proposal. I let them know that we are the #1 ranked SEO company here on Maui. We've ranked thousands of keywords in Google. We were featured in Forbes for search engine optimization strategies, and we are responsible for generating 7 figures annually for ourselves and our clients. So we are the #1 SEO in our area. We know how to rank, we know how to make money, and that's why you should pay us for our proposals. That's how we separate ourselves from the rest of the pack, right? Anybody that's getting a request for a proposal is spending a ton of time putting this thing together for them, and I just think that that's not the right way to go about it. Now, granted, there's a good chance that I will not get this job or even hear a response, but for me, the proposal that they are requesting and the amount of work that they're requesting at this level, I'm not willing to start this journey without getting some sort of a deposit. And I'll get more into that in the proposal, but that's just why I responded in this way. I know a lot of people are like, hey, but you're potentially not going to lose or get the job, but I don't necessarily want the job at that level, right? Or without at least getting paid up front. I also went on to tell her a little bit more about the services that we do offer and that she should give us a call to talk more. Now, I wasn't sure what would happen here, right? I didn't know if I was going to get a call back, if I would hear crickets or what, but I at least framed this to be on my terms. Now, I did get a response back, and the response was a follow-up, a new proposal, a different type of proposal with some different timelines and some changes to what they were actually requesting in the proposal. So she says, aloha Nick, thank you for your patience and participation. It took a little longer to get these answers back for you, but therefore we have adjusted the timeline and reflect the delay. Please see the attached final timeline, addendum, and answers to questions. We're excited to hear back from you. So obviously she knew that they were requesting a lot in this proposal, and based off of the level of services that we offer, our response, and what they were requesting, they decided to change their proposal a bit. Now, I still haven't responded to this. I'm going to share with you the adjusted proposal, a bit about it, why I'm not taking the job and why I'm shutting it down. But you'll find here that if you're trying to read this, a lot of the company information has been removed, like I said at the beginning of the video. But this is one of the biggest CBD dispensaries here. It's not CBD, medical marijuana dispensaries in the state of Hawaii, one of the biggest. So they have a pretty good budget, you know, and let's just scan over this proposal, right? This is not your typical request for proposal, right? You'll see that there's a schedule, there is a review, a selection process, an agreement to terms, general terms and conditions, project description. Like, there's a lot that they are requesting for someone to come in and put this proposal together. Now, although they are reaching out to me and they're saying, hey, we think you're good enough, so please submit a proposal to us. When I see this, I'm like, wow, this is going to be a lot of work. They do mention having a $60,000 budget, which is great. That's a lot of money. And if I was just getting started, I probably would, and I had no clients, I probably would take this job on. But now, when I'm looking at the amount of work and detail and fulfillment that would go into this project, it looks like a full-time job. So in my mind, I see $60,000 on the table, but I also see a 40-hour-a-week job. So if I had no revenue and I wanted to make $60K a year, I would probably take this job and put a lot into the proposal. So for me to take this job on, though, I'm going to have to flip the script, let them know what I'm willing to do, and if they want me to come in and do some things, like, these are the services that we offer. Now, I know that not everyone's going to take that, but that's what I'm willing to offer them, because I'm not going to have my team take on this full-time job, and I'm going to explain a little bit more as we go over this proposal. So there's a lot of just basic overview here about the company, what they're about. So here's some more detail on how in-depth this RFP is, this request for proposal. They're launching and publishing their instructions. They have a deadline for you to submit questions. There is a deadline for responses to those questions. Then we have a deadline for proposals. There's in-person interviews. There's an anticipated date for execution of contract, and then the work will commence. So my company, we are a few people now. We're just not set up to have somebody working full-time for this company. But what we are willing to do is drive traffic through SEO, rank their website, build them a new website, drive leads through paid traffic. But, you know, what these guys are telling me is they really want a hands-on, in-depth marketing person to be available to them all the time. And, you know, while we could do that, I just don't think the actual budget is really worth it. Because another big reason is because they're in this industry, right? They're in the kind of healthcare and marijuana industry. There's a lot of regulation that is going on in terms of how you can advertise on paid platforms like Facebook, Instagram. If you don't have that information down, like locked in, you're going to have a lot of problem running ads. They're going to shut your ads down because there are a lot of HIPAA violations that can go on where you are advertising to people that potentially have diseases, or you're sending advertising that you can't do legally within the United States. So for me to take this job on, there will be a fair amount of education that I will have to go through in order to properly advertise for this company. Again, if I was brand new, I would be getting paid to learn all this stuff, right? So that mindset would totally be there. Now, I'm not totally brand new. Like, I have a lot of clients, I have a lot going on, I've got other businesses. So for me to go through that education process, it really has to, the amount of time invested in that would have to be worth it. And for me, at this point, it's not. The bread and butter for me is working with these smaller businesses that kind of need websites, paid ads, SEO, email marketing, graphic design, anything of that nature. Those are the services and clients that we prefer because they have a shorter fulfillment time. And my experience has just been that you don't spend as much time working and fulfilling these services and keeping them happy, right? The expectation of a company at this level is so much different than working one-on-one with a business owner and being able to send them more sales immediately, directly. The corporate structure is not, it's not a factor, you know? Now, I know there are a lot of people out there that would prefer it the other way around, and that's great. You know, I've been there, I've done that, I've had these bigger types of clients before. It's just, for me, in terms of scalability and profitability, they're not the ones that I'm entirely looking for. So, you know, if we look more at this proposal, they give you like an exact outline of how they want you to put this thing together. You need a summary of your history and background, projects completed, marketing strategies deployed for similar situated organizations, an approach. Like, they basically want you to give them all of the information on how you're going to successfully do this for them. And to me, that's like, look, I'm not going to give you the blueprint and then you can just go do it or have somebody else do it for cheaper. Like, that doesn't make sense. So to me, this is like another way that corporate people kind of go out and get all the information and then just do it themselves or go another way. So that's why I'm not too stoked about this. I mean, although there is the huge, you know, like you can see right here on this page, $60,000 budget, there is that big sticker there that sounds very appetizing. But to me, you know, when I see that $60K, I see a 40 hour a week job minimum, and I would probably be spending 80 because there'd be a lot of stuff that I would have to learn and discover and find out information about that is always changing and would probably be hard to deliver results for with the regulation and the changing in laws that are going out through the United States right now with this topic and this niche. So, you know, I'm not going to go too much more into that. I think that you can clearly see that this type of proposal, this type of job is going to be a lot of work. $60,000 could be worth it to many. For me, at this point, it isn't. But I want to know in the comments below this video if this is the type of job that you'd be interested in. Heck, if you are somebody that has experience in this and you want me to make a referral for you to take this job on, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you could take on this 60K project and you're more qualified and you're in a position to actually do something like this. I would love to hear in the comments below from any one of my viewers that is willing to take this job, that has the infrastructure to deliver results for something like this. And yeah, I mean, with that, I'm just going to do a quick recap. You know, this is a job that has a budget, but I think it is looking for a lot, and it's not one of those bread and butter businesses that we deliver for that are easier to deliver results for, that keep our clients happy for a long period of time because of those results that we deliver. So I think at this time I'm going to respond and let them know what we are available to do for them again. And if they want it, great. If they don't want it, then great. You know, either way won't make or break us, but I can guarantee you that my mind will be a lot less stress-free if I don't work on this proposal and probably take on this client at the level that they are requesting. So with that, I hope that you got some value out of this. Please like and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below, and I will absolutely answer it. Take care.